Hey everyone, today we're taking a guided tour of a really powerful new feature in Aras Innovator called Graph Navigation. And let me tell you, this isn't just some minor update. It's a tool that's going to completely change how you see and, more importantly, how you understand all your complex product data. So let's kick things off with a question that I bet hits home for a lot of you. Have you ever felt totally lost in that massive web of product data? You know, trying to trace all the connections between parts and documents and requirements and all the changes? It can be a total nightmare, right? It's so easy to miss a critical link.
Well, that's exactly where graph navigation comes in. At its core, it's a tool that lets you visually explore those complex data structures. The whole point is to help you quickly find related items by expanding their connections. It basically makes all those invisible relationships between your data suddenly crystal clear. All right, so let's jump right into our guided tour. The absolute best way to think about this new graph navigation view is to see it as your own dynamic, interactive map. Forget static reports. We're talking about a living, breathing map of your entire project, showing you how everything really connects. So I want you to put on your Explore hat for a minute. We are leaving boring static lists and tables way behind. With this tool, you're navigating a living landscape of information. You're the one charting the course to find exactly what you need, and you're probably going to discover insights you never even knew were there. Okay, so every good explorer needs to know how to read their map and use their compass, right? So first up, let's master the view and get our bearings on the canvas. This is all about learning to navigate your new landscape with total confidence. The basic controls are super intuitive, exactly what you'd expect. You can click and drag to pan around your map, use your mouse wheel to zoom way in for the tiny details, or pull way back for that bird's eye view. And hey, if you ever get kind of lost in the details, the Fit All button is your best friend. One click, and bam, every single connection is right back in front of you.
Okay, so we know how to move around, but what if we want to change the map itself? Well, you're not stuck with just one perspective. You've actually got three really powerful layouts you can switch between to organize the data for whatever you're trying to do.
First, we've got the horizontal tree layout. This one lays out your data from left to right. It's absolutely perfect when you're trying to visualize something with a clear sequence, like a workflow or maybe a manufacturing process.
Next up is the vertical tree layout, which, you guessed it, organizes everything from top to bottom. This is your go-to for understanding hierarchies. Think of a really complex bill of materials or even an org chart. It makes those parent-child relationships instantly obvious.
And finally, we have what might be my favorite, the force layout. This one's a little different. It's smart. It arranges things based on their relationships, kind of like a solar system, pulling the most interconnected items closer together. This is fantastic for finding those natural clusters and seeing which parts of your project are the real centers of gravity.
Okay, this next part is really important. You have two different ways to center your view, and knowing the difference is key. The Center on Context Item button in the main toolbar, that's your home base. It always brings you back to the item you started with. But if you want more flexibility, you can right-click any item on the screen and choose Center Node in Graph View. That makes it the new center of your universe for a bit.
All right, we've got the lay of the land. Now for the really fun part, the actual exploration. This is all about following the threads and discovering how all your items are actually connected. This is where the magic happens, where you get those aha moments.
Now, to navigate like a pro, you've got to learn to read the signs on the map. Each one of these items or nodes has a little icon that tells you its story. If it's plain, that's a dead end, no more connections. A plus sign means there are more relationships hiding underneath. A filled circle tells you you've opened some of them up, and a minus sign means you're seeing everything. It's a simple but really powerful visual language.
So, just clicking those plus and minus icons to expand and collapse is easy enough. But let's be real, some items have dozens of relationships. If you expand everything at once, you just create a huge visual mess. So for real power, you have to be selective.
And this right here is where selective expand is an absolute game changer. So instead of a normal click on the expand button, you're going to right-click it. A menu pops up, and this lets you pick and choose exactly which types of relationships you want to see. So you only care about the related documents? Just check that box, click Apply, and boom, only those connections appear. It's like a precision filter for your data map, letting you cut straight through the noise.
So we've learned how to see the map and how to explore it, but what's next? This isn't just for looking at. The graph is an active launchpad for getting your real work done. It's about turning that insight you just found directly into action.
What's so cool is you don't even have to leave the graph to take the next step. You can right-click any item to instantly open it and see its full form in a new tab. Or, and this is even cooler, you can select Open Item Graph View to launch a brand new graph, making that item your new starting point. It's an incredibly seamless way to just keep diving deeper and deeper into your data.
And that, everyone, wraps up our tour. What we've looked at today isn't just another new feature, it's a completely new perspective. This is your data totally reimagined, not as a flat, boring spreadsheet, but as the dynamic, interconnected network it truly is.
It really all boils down to this one simple, powerful idea: to help you quickly find related items by expanding the underlying data. It's all about taking something that used to be complex and overwhelming and making it clear, intuitive, and honestly, kind of fun to explore.
So I'll leave you with this one thought. Now that you have this incredible new map of your project's landscape, the only real question left is, what hidden connections, what critical insights are you going to uncover first?